Read Across America Week, we wanted to do something extra special, and we decided that we were going to do shirts again for our whole school about choose to include. And we came up with this idea. We were going to do something about being kind and whatnot, and then my principal said, look what we just got in the mail, and it was some information from Special Olympics, and their hashtag is choose to include. So we thought, that is it. That's totally encompasses our school. We are ELL, that's English Language Learning. We are early childhood. We are RISE with our special needs kids. And then K through 5. We've got all of these programs under one roof. And so our kids, I told them they're the luckiest kids in the district because they just naturally get to be around kids that come from all different walks of life. And it's just natural for them to play on the playground and to eat lunch and to have them in the classroom. So the Special Olympics also sent us cards like this, and it says, I pledge to spread inclusion by. Because I told them if we have a message like this, we need to understand what that message means. And so kids are able to write down what that meant to them. And then they also got these pencils that say, I choose to include. And it's been interesting when I ask the classes when they come in, what does it mean? It's for the younger kids, instead of having them write in and having them verbally tell me. And I think out of all the responses I got, it came from a little kindergarten boy. He raised his hand and he just shrugged his shoulders. He goes, just be kind to everyone. And I'm like, it's that simple.
At Susan B. Anthony, we have a wide range of abilities. Integration is mainly when students from my classroom go into a general education classroom, because a RISE classroom is a self-contained classroom. And that means that they don't really get to spend all day with their typically developing peers. So when my students go to their classrooms, we just see amazing things. We see skills that we don't typically see in that self-contained setting, such as those social emotional skills. So it's just such a beautiful thing to see these kids kind of coming out and showing these amazing skills because they get to be included in everything.
And it is great. We see them in the lunchroom greeting them and having them sit by them like, hey, come sit with me. So it's just great to see them interact and play, and it brings out new things in the kids that I've never seen before. It's just amazing to see how they change from the room that they're in to when they get to with their peers, how they just open up and they just brightens their day.
I see in my classroom with my children more acceptance, and they are so excited about the little wins that we have with our friends that join us, and it really, their hearts are growing and understanding, and I hope as adults then they become more accepting of everybody, because we are all different. In fact, we're inclusion inside my classroom because we're all learning at different levels, or we're strong in a different area, or we need help in a different area. So it's my job to make sure that I'm trying to meet those needs. So having our kids come up and join us in our classroom throughout the day, it isn't really any different than what I'm doing daily when they're not in there.
I was just told that there is a first grade student that one of my students integrates into that classroom, and one of the things that she does is she goes into their music class, and this student had said, when my student sings, it makes him feel peaceful. So I just love that these kids are just so accepting, and they really just want to be a friend to my students.
We have early childhood here, we have junior kindergarten, we have ELL, we have the RISE population, we have SPED, we have so many different cultures, kids from so many different countries and backgrounds here at Susan B. Anthony, and I think that makes it a very unique place to come and learn. When kids see other types of learners, it helps them, in a way, almost become their own type of individual. They see all the differences, and they see that we are accepting and inclusive of all different, a variety of anybody who comes into Susan B. Anthony. So I think it almost gives them a sense of individuality, because they can learn to be who they really are, surrounded by so many different types of people. And they just learn, that's a great skill to have in life, just to be non-judgmental and just to include anybody, regardless of where they've come from or what they look like or what challenges they have in life. It just is, we can be kind to anybody and everybody.
So I like this because I don't like to exclude people, I like to include them. Inclusion means like don't leave other people out, let them come in, and like you can play with them. And leaving people out isn't very nice.
And just help them and be a nice person, always include people. And don't exclude somebody on how they look, talk, or just wear the clothes they wear.
Well, when I get kind of sad, my friends include me in a game that I like to play.
When someone is left out, they have no one to play with. They're alone. They want to play with someone, but no one wants to play with him. I invite them to the game that we're playing. Then we have fun.
I include my grandma when she's alone.
I include my sister when her friends left. She wants to play more, so I include her to play with me.
Susan B. Anthony is a really nice place to be, and teachers really love kids to be here, and they love to include other kids, and they never, ever, ever leave a kid out.
Everyone here is very kind, very generous. They let you play with you. You're not really alone in this school.
It gives us a chance to have fun with like everybody.